Hello everyone, I am Pallavi Sangle and I welcome you all in this series of Mains 2025 Current Affairs. Today we are going to do the topic of simultaneous election, and this topic is very important from GS2 Mains perspective. The handout is already prepared and we have uploaded it on our Telegram channel. Please go and download. Also, please do share this initiative with others because we are preparing this material from various important sources. Very good keywords and enriching course data is used in all these handouts and videos. So, let's get benefited and write very good answers in Mains 2025. Let us start today's topic. So for this topic, UPSC has already asked a question in 2017. It was about that simultaneous election will limit the amount of time and money spent in election, but it will also decrease the accountability of the government to the people. So this question was already asked, so there is a high chance that this question may get repeated in 2025 prelims also, mains also. So and various other ECI related questions is UPSC is always asking, so it's a very hot topic for UPSC mains. So in this so we are going to cover this topic in depth. Here we are going to discuss the high level committee recommendations for simultaneous election. Sri Ramnath Kovind committee was established, and it has submitted the report to the president. Then there are two key bills prepared by the government in this regard that we are going to see. There are so many advantages of simultaneous election, but there are so many concerns also, and what should be the middle path, what should be the way ahead. All these things we will cover in this session. So the key recommendations of simultaneous election of high level committee, it was like, first of all, they have introduced the two bills. The first bill will be like 129th amendment bill, and second bill will be like union territory amendment bill. We are going to see this in detail later on. Then second suggestion is like single electoral roll and electoral ID. So they have suggested the Election Commission of India should prepare a single electoral roll for both center and state, and ID also. So then a hung house scenario. See, let us suppose if simultaneous election is happening and there is no confidence motion or any such events where there is an hung assembly or hung Lok Sabha. So what will happen is that fresh elections will be held to constitute the assembly or Lok Sabha for the remaining term only, right? Unexpired term of the house only. So then a ratification by the state, that a high level committee is saying that there is no need to get the constitutional amendment bill ratified by the half of the state for the first bill that they have proposed, like doing the simultaneous election for center and state. But for the second bill, where the elections of center, state, and local bodies will be synchronized, ratification by half of the states will be mandatory. Then for the logistics related scenario, so committee has requested the ECI to make the ECI and State Election Commission to make the necessary arrangements for this logistic. So these are the important highlights of the high level committee. Then there are two key bills. So the first bill is Constitution Amendment Bill 129th. So here there is a suggestion of inserting the Article 82A in the Constitution. So Article 82 deals with the delimitation commission, right? So Article 82A, which will have clause 1 to 6, this will be helping in order to establish the procedure of how to do the simultaneous election. So various clause will be there, and a smooth transition will happen from current existing system to the simultaneous system. Then Article 83. So Article 83 is all about, it has said that Lok Sabha, let us suppose Lok Sabha, if it is dissolved before the term end, the next Lok Sabha will be constituted only for the remaining term, okay, unexpired term. Then same goes with the state assembly. So 83 is for Lok Sabha, 172 is for the duration of state assembly. So let us suppose there is a premature dissolution and new assembly is being formed, so it will be only for the term of the unexpired term. Then Article 327 will also be amended, and it will include the power of Parliament to conduct the simultaneous election, right? That means power of Parliament will extend to the state legislature. So these amendments are going to be there in the first bill. The second bill, the Union Territories Law Amendment Bill 2024, this is to synchronize the local body elections with the center and the state. So here specific amendments will be done to the let us suppose Union Territory Act 2000, Union Territory Act 1962, then Government of National NCT Delhi Act 1991, then Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Act. So all these things, it will be helpful to synchronize all the Union Territory elections also with the center and state. So this is the rough structure of what is being proposed and what is being done. What are the advantages of all these exercises? So first and foremost is the conscious and comparative choice by the voters will be displayed. So it will be like a one day all-in model for the voting, because both state and center voting will happen on one day. There are high chances that the voter turnover and voter turnout will be higher, because we have seen previously, the example is 2019 general election, where Andhra Pradesh assembly election was also scheduled. So the voter turnover was more than 79%, which is highest than any other previous voter turnover in the state. So it is seen that when there is a both elections on one day, so people tend to come and vote and exercise their choices in a higher number. Reduced logistic burden, of course, because let us suppose there is a major state election, so a total of 2 lakh security personnel are deployed in such a major state elections. So consider the other states and every now and then election, so this huge logistic burden will be reduced a lot. Consistency in governance will be maintained, because we have seen in 2014 to 2019. So in India, 4 to 5 states every year, 4 to 5 states elections used to happen in this period. So consider this, that how many states are losing their governance time. Let us suppose model code of conduct, then 1-2 months before election, 1 month after elections, the whole attention is given towards elections only. So in a year, 4 to 5 states elections. So in 2014, 19, 28 elections, and so many days are vested. So the consistency in governance will be maintained if the simultaneous elections are happening. Then reduced financial burden also, because we know that huge machinery and huge financial cost is involved to conduct all these elections. So this will be reduced if everything is happening at once. Simultaneous election will also prevent the policy paralysis, because we have seen that the enforcement of model code of conduct and disruptions in the administrative activities will be there if the elections are happening very frequently. For financial burden, Law Commission had estimated, 2018 Law Commission had estimated that the financial cost will be cut by over 40% if the elections are happening in simultaneous mode. So all these advantages you can write. Then what are the concerns in spite of all these advantages? So first of all, the complexity involved, right? Because after independence, India had seen many simultaneous elections, because state and center elections were happening simultaneously. But there are instances where either Lok Sabha or state assemblies were dissolved before their term. For example, Lok Sabha, let us suppose in 1971, 1980, 1984, right? Then even in 2004, Lok Sabha was dissolved before its 5 years of term. And there is a complexity involved, like how we will carry out the next Lok Sabha elections. If the reminder period is very less, what to do? All this, some complexities involved. Then there is logistic issue also. As I have said that in huge machinery is involved. So let us take the 2019 figure, that in Lok Sabha election over 10 lakh polling stations were there, and 1.1 crore polling staff was deployed for 2019 election. So imagine this, that the election is happening for all the 28 states, all the union territories, and the central Lok Sabha also. So this will be a very, very huge logistic issue if not handled very nicely. Then alteration to federal setup. So there is a case study that when the election is bound to happen in simultaneous mode, some state government choose to have little different dates. Let us suppose in 2018 Telangana elections, they were scheduled to happen along with the central Lok Sabha elections. So what they did, they dissolved the assembly earlier. I think as much as 8 months earlier, this assembly was dissolved to hold the early elections, so that the center and state issues are not overlapping. People are getting the choice to do the conscious decisions for state specific issues. So all these angles needs to be all these angles comes when there is an issue of simultaneous election. Then there is a need for regional voice, because many a times it is felt that local issues are being overshadowed by the national wave. So it is a little concern that sometimes it may happen that voter may choose a same party or same state, same legislature over the center and the state. So regional voice should be given and elections should not happen simultaneously. This is the argument of this point. Then also voter behavior, some statistics about voter behavior and nationalization of state politics. So in this we can say that some statistics say that there is a study by IDFC Institute. It showed that 77% of the voters chose the same party for both state and national election when held together, and 61% of them chose a separate party when the elections held separately. So this is a study from 2015 by this institute. Also, our political thinker, Dr. Yogendra Yadav, had said that simultaneous elections threaten to homogenize the political choices in a country which is so diverse, right? So all these aspects are a little bit concern. They are the concern in the when it comes to simultaneous election. So what can be the way ahead if government wants to do it, and also the committee has also recommended for the simultaneous election? There should be some middle path or way ahead which will help this simultaneous election to happen smoothly. So Law Commission 2018 recommendations are there. So it had told that 50-50 formula can be applied. Let us suppose 50% of the state and UT will held their elections in one go, and rest of the 50% will held in another go. So there will be 2 cycles of elections within 5 years. So all the elections which are pending, all the elections which are coming, they can be clubbed and 2 cycles can be done in order to avoid all the scenarios like hung assembly or not completion of the terms, everything. Then there can be, if no confidence motion is being put, there it should be backed with the confidence motion. So this is an important suggestion. When no confidence motion is there, that government gets destabilized, then unexpected scenario occurs. Then if it is backed by a confidence motion, that there is a smooth transition of power between one party or one government to another government, and this election schedule is not disturbed. Then there can be one more suggestion to this, that this I think actually the committee has applied only, that in unavoidable circumstances when Lok Sabha or State Assembly is being dissolved prematurely, the new constituted house will be there for the remainder period only. So this the committee has already taken into consideration. Then whatever will be the by-elections. So by-elections will be clubbed in the case of, let us suppose, death of the legislature or resignation, disqualification, anything is coming, all the by-elections will happen in once in a year. Okay, so this is the 2018 Law Commission recommendation. Then Niti Aayog has also told about that the practice which is practiced in Germany, constructive vote of no confidence. That means again the same case, that if government is being ousted, then it should be replaced, right? Do not just delete the old government, replace it, right? And with a new government, install a new government. If this exercise is at place, then it will be very easy to hold the simultaneous election on a perfect date, on synchronization without any challenges. Then for all these things, we must develop the political consensus. It should not be a very decision taken by jerks. It should not be a quick fix. We have to develop this political consensus first, and multi-party discussions, deliberations, conventions should be there to discuss about all these things, and a way out should be formed by consensus based and multi-dimensional view and analysis point of view. So this simultaneous elections should not be seen as a quick fix. There is a very beautiful keyword which we have taken from a newspaper, that it is saying that the way ahead is not about electoral shortcuts but about sustainable democratic engineering, right? So immediate decisions, shortcut decisions, jerky decisions will not help in this scenario. Consensus must be built, and all the views should be taken into consideration. Trial and errors should happen, and then only the act should be passed with the concrete plan of action for simultaneous election. So yes, this is it in this session. We will see you in the next session with a new topic. Thank you so much.